worst, worst, worst.
This word refers to something that is very bad or unpleasant, often considered the most undesirable option among several choices. Here's a sample sentence. The worst part about moving to a new city was leaving behind all my friends and familiar places. In this sentence, worst is used as an adjective to describe the part of moving that was most unpleasant or undesirable.
Worthwhile, worthwhile, worthwhile.
This word means something is good or valuable enough to be done or experienced because it brings some kind of benefit or pleasure. Here is a sample sentence. Traveling to Europe was worthwhile because I got to experience new cultures and meet people from all over the world. In this sentence, worthwhile means that the experience of traveling to Europe had value or merit, and was something that was beneficial or satisfying.
Wrap, wrap, wrap.
To cover something with a layer or material, often to protect or hold it together. Here is a sample sentence. She carefully wrapped the gift in colorful paper and tied it with a ribbon.
Wrath, wrath, wrath.
It's a strong feeling of anger or fury, often causing someone to act impulsively or aggressively. Here is a sample sentence. The stormy weather brought out the wrath in her, and she lashed out at everyone around her with her sharp tongue. In this sentence, wrath refers to intense anger or fury.
Wreck, wreck, wreck.
It's something that is badly damaged or destroyed, often because of an accident or strong force. Here is a sample sentence. The storm caused a devastating wreck on the highway, leaving several cars mangled and one person injured.
Wrench, wrench, wrench.
It's a tool used to twist or turn something that doesn't want to move. The answer to the answer for new wall. I'm seeing style name too. And what can you see? Here is a sample sentence. She struggled to loosen the stubborn bolt with a wrench, but it finally gave way after several minutes of effort.
Wrestle, wrestle, wrestle.
This action involves trying to overcome or defeat someone or something by using physical strength, power, or force. It's often done with an opponent who is also trying to do the same thing. Here is a sample sentence. The two friends decided to wrestle on the living room floor, laughing and playfully trying to pin each other down.
Wretched, wretched, wretched.
This word describes someone or something that is very unhappy, miserable, or pitiful. It's often used to express sympathy for someone who is suffering or in a difficult situation. Here is a sample sentence. The wretched conditions in the homeless shelter were a stark reminder of the city's growing poverty problem. In this sentence, wretched describes the conditions as being miserable and unpleasant. It implies that they are not only bad but also pitiful or deserving of sympathy.
Wring, wring, wring.
This action means to twist or turn something tightly, often to get rid of excess liquid or to make something smaller. Here is a sample sentence. She tried to wring out every last drop of water from the towel, but it was still dripping wet. In this example, wring means to twist or squeeze something, in this case the towel, in order to remove liquid from it.
Wrinkle, wrinkle, wrinkle.
It's a small line or fold that appears on something, usually because it has been used or aged for a long time. Here's a sample sentence. The years of sun exposure and smiling had etched deep wrinkles into her face.
Wrist, wrist, wrist.
It's a part of the arm that connects the hand to the forearm. Here is a sample sentence. She wore a sparkly silver watch on her wrist.
Yacht, yacht, yacht.
A type of boat that is large, luxurious, and used for pleasure or recreation by people who want to relax and enjoy themselves on the water. Here is a sample sentence. The wealthy businessman owned a luxurious yacht that he sailed around the Mediterranean every summer.
Yard, yard, yard.
It's an outdoor space next to or behind a house, often used for activities like playing games or storing things. Here is a sample sentence. The kids spent the afternoon playing in the backyard with their friends. This sentence uses the word yard to refer to an outdoor area adjacent to a house.
yawn, yawn, yawn,
It's an action where you open your mouth wide, breathe in deeply, and then let out a big breath with a loud sound. It happens when you're feeling tired or sleepy. Here's a sample sentence. After staying up late to finish her project, Sarah let out a big yawn and stretched her arms.
yearn, yearn, yearn,
This word means to feel a strong desire or longing for something, often something that is not currently available. It's a feeling of wanting or craving something deeply. Here is a sample sentence. She yearned to travel the world and experience different cultures, so she finally saved up enough money to take a trip around Europe. In this sentence, yearned means that she had a strong desire or longing to do something, travel the world.
yeast, yeast, yeast,
It's a tiny living thing that helps make things rise or grow, often used to make food like bread or cakes lighter and fluffier. Here's a sample sentence. The baker added yeast to the dough to help it rise and give the bread its light, fluffy texture.
yield, yield, yield,
It's when something gives up or stops resisting, often because it's too strong or powerful for it to continue. Here's a sample sentence. The driver had to yield to the pedestrian who was crossing the street. In this example, yield means to give up or surrender one's right of way to someone else.
yoke, yoke, yoke,
It's something that connects two things together, often to make them work together or carry a shared load. Here's a sample sentence. The farmer used a yoke to attach two oxen together, allowing him to plow the field more efficiently. In this sentence, yoke refers to a wooden beam or frame that connects two animals, in this case, oxen, together, typically for pulling a load.
yoke, yoke, yoke,
It's the yellow part inside an egg surrounding the white part. Here is a sample sentence. The breakfast plate was topped with a fried egg, its golden yolk oozing out onto the toast.
zeal, zeal, zeal,
It's a strong feeling of enthusiasm or eagerness to do something, often because you believe strongly in its importance or value. Here is a sample sentence. The young missionary traveled to Africa with great zeal, determined to spread Christianity and help those in need. In this example, zeal describes the intensity and enthusiasm with which the missionary approaches their work.